Well, that was a fun night at the office. Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit BuyAToyota.com. Adam Pellerin, Billy Jaffe, Barry Peterson, the era nights, the opponents, the way they played. It was all great tonight.
Time of the season, just starting to ramp up. Oh, trade deadline tomorrow. Toronto just made a trade earlier. What do the Bruins do? I mean, everything around it screams hockey, playoff hockey. And the Bruins came through with a playoff-style performance. And they continue their week of goodness. Good defensive zone structure, compete level up, physical presence. They give up 3 goals in regulation in 3 games, 2 against TO, 1 against Edmonton. I would say now that you win this game, Barry, 5 of your last 6 points, you feel pretty good.
Yeah, you do. I think the team identity appears to be back, of all the things that we've talked about in the pregame and so forth. I think it's a really good statement to Toronto. It's like, we owned you guys this weekend, so let's see what happens. And it could be our first round playoff matchup. We don't know. I thought the Bruins, all the things that you talked about, Billy, I would also add again, the Bruins top 6 outplayed Toronto's top 6.
Big time.
I would say Bruins goaltending was better. I would say Bruins specialty teams were better. That's 2 games in a row that you've dominated in all those factors.
And they being Toronto, said all the right things after they came on Monday, Adam. Upset. And this wasn't right. We need to do this better, that better. And they had a few moments of good in this game, but the Bruins bring it right back at them. Response. And they weren't waiting. The Bruins came out. They were excellent physically. We're going to talk about physical play. Their captain led the way again. It was outstanding. A really, really good performance. Now, hey, you know what? You've given yourself a little breathing room between them.
Yeah,
and
9 points.
9 points. As you look at the Atlantic standings now, there's that breathing room. And if you're going to end up playing them, you might as well have home ice.
Yeah, and some of that physicality maybe that we saw has to do with the fact that you might see this team in the playoffs.
Yeah, you might. And I think the Bruins were really expecting her early on. We're expecting a pushback from Toronto, Billy. I mean, because of the way the game went up there, and Marchand was just starting. It's like, okay, I got my old teammates in the house. We won, 2011, brought the cup home because we were physical. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you boys, we're still physical.
There's no doubt about it. Couldn't agree with you more, Barry. Great point. That they knew that there was an image, an identity in the house that as Weatherspoon and Bertuzzi got into it a little later in the game. But they knew whether it was Zdeno Chara, Sean Thornton, Dennis Seidenberg. I mean,
keep going. The list is long.
Johnny Boychuk, Andrew Ferentz, Adam McQuaid. All these guys that used to work the what's off and play this way. You could see, especially early in the game, as this is later, these highlights here, but early in the game, Brad Marchand, Charlie Coyle, and even DeBrusque, but those guys got after it on the forecheck numerous times to really set the tone. Good stuff.
Yeah, we had Claude Julien and Andrew Ferentz on here in the intermission, and before that they were here, and I said to Coach Julien, I said, it's kind of a throwback here, and he's like, yeah, that's a pretty good thing, right?
It was, and I really remember that one shift. You and I were sitting down here in the beginning of the first, it was halfway through the first period, excuse me. Toronto's down on this end, and they have the puck the whole end, but there's no shots on goal. The Bruins had great defensive structure. Sticks were there, bodies were there. It was like, okay, there's 45 seconds, no shots.
Yeah.
Bruins did a great job, team defense.
Some physicality that went over the line that resulted in a pair of penalties for the Maple Leafs in that first period. You have Jake McCabe and the interference call initially.
And then Matt Nyes should have gotten called for the next one. McCabe should have gotten called, but then they called it on 23 on Nyes. So, okay, I think it works in your favor here, Adam, because you get a 5-on-3. Yes, if it was 5-on-4, you would have 4 minutes. But I think your percentage of scoring is better than a 5-on-3 just for 2. And I'll take that 1 goal. This was stupid of McCabe. I get it. McCabe, by the way, didn't play last night, Barry. He wanted to show that he's tough, and he's a scrappy guy. But the second one was foolish. Bruins get a play on the side near the end of the power play. Beautiful pass. DeBrusk over to Pastrnak. No chance for Joseph Woll.
No, they did a good job moving the puck around. And again, Billy, another improvement with the fine plays of the specialty teams and the power play all of a sudden, especially giving you a little bit of breather room. It's like, okay, you want to take some dumb penalties? How do we make a statement? You score on the power play. Do you think McCabe will get reviewed? And you think it'll be a...
I think, well, I know it'll get looked at. I don't know. Probably get a fine. He'll probably get a fine.
I think it could be a game.
Maybe. I can't figure out anymore.
Well, you don't think I'm guessing?
Well, what we do know is
not
that the
educated either.
We're up 1-0 after one period of play, and then a turnover by William Nylander leads to a breakaway opportunity for Trent Frederic.
My good dear friend Barry Peterson always talks about don't screw around with the puck when you're the last guy up, especially within 5 or 6 feet of the blue line either, especially inside the blue line, because that means you've exposed the middle of the ice. Nylander didn't listen to you, my friend. He didn't listen to you at all. He goes out, it's a stick handling clinic. He's showing his skills coach. He's showing what his skills coach did for him. Here he goes the other way, gives up the puck to Frederic.
5-hole. How about Freddie's speed to the neutral zone pulling away? But you forgot when you went into your little description of what I would have said to him, especially if you're a forward. Yeah. What are you doing out there as a forward? You're causing a bigger problem. You're last man back, as Rick had talked about. But I love the speed of Freddie through the neutral zone, pulling away, and then 5-hole.
The shot was phenomenal in my opinion.
And that's a big thing too they talked about with Trent Frederic, is that his skating has improved.
Well, we've talked about it last couple of years about how he's gotten his knee bend better. Bigger guys take longer to get their acceleration because usually they're more upright, and it's just sometimes it's literally the difference, Adam, of an inch or two. Getting the knee bend, the proper upright, the upper body positioning. Sometimes you bring yourself too forward, that actually slows you down. Upright a little more, but the knee bend better. He's been doing that the last few years. He's worked with a couple of different guys. He's looked real good, but his shot has improved significantly.
I have noticed your skating in the old league. You're starting to bend over too much.
No, I don't bend over. I just fall over.
Okay, that's better.
I just fall the hips.
Okay.
17th of the year for Frederic.
What are you doing?
17th of the year for Frederic, matches a career high offensively all around for Frederic. Meanwhile, Bruins get a power play opportunity. 4-on-4 goes to 4-on-3 after Jonathan Tavares high stick on Mason Lowry. Morgan Geekie responds.
Yeah, they did. And again, this was a situation where you're trying to make a little bit of a statement. This is, Billy, as we talked about in the past here, where the Bruins have had troubles with leads, it's because you haven't stretched it. Here's an important part of the hockey game. It's a 2-1 game. You're dominating. You have a power play opportunity. Now all of a sudden you score a power play goal. You got a 2-goal lead. You got all the momentum going your way. Zaka puts it toward the net. Nice pass by Shattenkirk to Geekie, and Geekie absolutely roofs.
You know, this is also a real kick in the cojones for the Maple Leafs. You know why, partner? Yeah. It's the second unit with 15 seconds left or so out there. After the first unit was out there for a while, then all of a sudden Shattenkirk says, oh, wait, okay, I'm going to control that. Nice little touch pass or shot in the middle from Zaka, and then it's a gorgeous pass from Shattenkirk, who opens up. But if Shattenkirk doesn't sift down here, Barry, and he waits along the wall, the puck is never going to come. It comes right to him. Everybody's looking at him. Nobody is looking over at Morgan Geekie, who puts it in. This guy just keeps on scoring. He's going to hit 20.
Yeah, 15 goals now. He had 9 last year with Seattle. That was a career high. And then you talk about adding on. Well, the Bruins add another about a minute later, and it's Brandon Carlo.
Two curls up here. Speak, Billy. 2 curls coming up. First DeBrusk and then Marchand. This is called creating space, time and space. Watch, you're going to create your own. Here he comes. Here's DeBrusk. He's going to pick up. He's going to go away from the net, and he's going to draw 1 2 guys with him. Then Marchand does the exact same thing. Barry, the amount of ice that he creates to open ice up for Carlo, who's just getting it and then putting it towards the net. I didn't get the lead player that was there. There was 2 players in front of the net. Creates just enough of a screen that the goaltender Woll can't follow it.
Yeah, what a great job by Coyle, who's that screen guy. He's the guy that comes out from behind the goal line, Billy. He goes right in front of the net. Now all of a sudden you got traffic in front. Shot on goal.
Carlo scoring his first goal since January 20th against the Canadiens, which was also an era night. That was the new blood, new beginnings. Tonight was return of a champion. And speaking of champions, Subaru star of the game, here's Brad Marchand. 2 assists tonight. Assisted on the Carlo goal, assisted on the Pastrnak goal. Now with the most multi-assist games list right here, 100 for Brad Marchand. Subaru star of the game, and standing by with Andrew Raycroft.
That's a great 3 games of hockey, especially defensively from you guys, but all 3 performances really good, and the 2 against Toronto division games tonight was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. The last 3 games we really dialed it in. Had a lot of emotion. I know we dropped the ball there at the Edmonton game, but a lot of adversity. We got in really late, and back to back. That's a hell of a team. So we had a great week so far. But that's the way we need to play every night to have success moving forward. And when you start to get that momentum and you see the type of way you can win, it's awesome to see from the guys, and it's great to get rewarded, but park it now and move on to the next one.
It's been a special season around here, and of course you being captain must make it so much more special for yourself. Era nights have been awesome. For all of the alumni to see it and be a part of it, tonight must be extra special that you're the one with the skates on with the cup. Pretty cool.
It's crazy. It's been an incredible year, and the guys that we've got to meet, the people we've got to be around, the Bruins did an incredible job, recognizing, remembering all the different generations before, and it's been so much fun to be part of. So very grateful for the opportunity, but tonight it was extremely special. To be with the guys. Even last night we had a dinner, and you were there, dressed and looking sharp, but to be part of this all, it is special, and we're still all so close and have so many great memories. So it's incredible to get together and reminisce, and nice treat to have the cup in the building. I don't think we really knew about that, so it's been incredible.
It was a hit in the alumni box. It was it was a hit up there. Real sober. Great job, great week, and keep it going.
Appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
Razor looking sharp last night at the dinner. A lot of fun here at the Garden tonight. Bruins win. Maple Leafs fans in attendance. We've lost 7 in a row to this team, they're saying to themselves. Andy Brickley's conversation with Jim Montgomery on the other side.
Bruins Overtime Live on Nesson is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.